Special Ed Simplified here, and I am here to share with you a quick sneak peek of a product that we are in the process of creating. Currently, you see a picture of my dogs on the screen. Abby is the Yorkshire Terrier mix here in the front, and Xander is the lab behind her. The reason you're seeing a picture of my dogs is because they are the main characters in the storyline of the new activities we are putting together. So let's go ahead and stop looking at their picture and jump to so this is what we have. What you're looking at is a monthly unit plan setup for social emotional learning activities for our students. It's set up by weeks, as you can see. The storyline for week 1 is called No Longer a Bully. The storyline for week 2 is called Taming the Impulse. The storyline for week 3 is called Staying Cool in School. Week 4 is a work in progress. It's not quite finished yet, but will be added shortly. So each day of the week, we have different activities together. So, for example, let's look at week 1, No Longer a Bully. We have pre-reading activities. We have not read the book yet. We're not going to on day 1. We're going to do these additional activities. We're going to look at core words. We're going to look at the vocabulary. We're going to look at a book or go through a book walk. Day 2, we will actually read the story for the first time. And you will find activities to go along with day 2's reading of the story. Day 3, after you've read the story, here are a few additional activities to complete as well. Day 4, we're going to reread the story again, and you're going to find more activities, this graphic organizer. And day 5, this is other activities in addition, and you're going to find the check for understanding and more information to complete based on the book No Longer a Bully, or whichever week you happen to be working on at that specific time. The book has been created to be read repeatedly, so we won't read it on day 1, but we will read it on day 2, day 3, day 4, and again on day 5. So let's look more specifically, let's look a little closer at a week's worth of activities. So week 3, we have Staying Cool in School. You will receive this PDF of the book for week 3. I want you to notice all of the pictures. All of the pictures for the books were drawn using Magic Media in Canva. So as teachers, you have access to this tool. You may want to get on, log in, check it out, see different ways you could use it in your classroom. But the pictures are pretty great, and again, it was done through Magic Media in Canva. So each of the weekly units will come with the PDF of the book. There is a communication board for each set of weekly activities. The communication board is laid out the same for the most part. The only thing that will change from week to week will be this section on the right. This is more of nouns, or a fringe board, if you will, for your students to use during reading of the story. This is more specifically geared to the story itself. You will also get a small picture or small poster of the picture of the core words you're focusing on. So Staying Cool in School, we are focusing on she and on. So you'll have these poster size pictures you can put up in the classroom to use while working on those core words. You will also have vocabulary activities for each of the weekly units. So we have determined 4 different vocabulary words. You may not want to use all 4. That's okay. You may not want to use any of them. That's okay. Use 1, use 2, use 3, use all 4. You are the expert in your classroom. Use whatever works best for you and your students. We are working on our students learning the words and having ownership of the words. We want them to be able to use the words, understand the words, not just a quick little activity so we can say we've done it. You will find the vocabulary activity for each word included. Then you will also find an additional activity to do with your students to make sure that they do know the word, that they understand the word, that they can use the word and talk about it. We will go on in day one in day one, you're going to see a book walk. All you're going to find in the book walk is we have gone through and copied and pasted each page onto a slide for you to use for a book walk. The first page of the slide just gives some suggestions. First off, we've not read the book yet. Let's not read the book yet. These are still pre-reading activities. Let's walk through the book, look at the pictures, talk about the pictures, review the title, ask questions about the pictures. How do you think that he feels in this picture? Or why do you think that happened? Or how would you react? Or just whatever works for you. So that way you have the students looking at the pictures and discussing the pictures. We've also gone through and highlighted the core words that we are focusing on for each page. So you're just going to see that we have gone through and added these little highlights around the specific core words. That is the book walk. So these are the activities that you can work on for day one. Day two, we're going to actually read the story. So this is the first time we've read it. We didn't read it with our pre-reading activities. We were setting the book up. Now we're going to read it. Then we have some story pause activities. All this is just time for you to pause during the story and do one of the activities. Now, you can pause once and do one of these activities, have students ask questions, you can ask questions, whatever works, or you can do this multiple times. This is just to keep our students actively engaged. Day 3, you're going to find some different activities to do. The same with day 4. Day 4 also includes a graphic organizer. As the students go through and answer these questions, if they're answered correctly, they can take their correct answers, go to this second page, paste them in here, and now they have the main idea. So we're checking to make sure that they are understanding what's being read, but we're taking it a step further and now having them to put the answers in and reading it. So now it's main idea. You can even take it a step further and have them to work on any needed capitalization or punctuation with the sentences in the main idea. Then there's this one final question here on this graphic organizer, which is finding those supporting details for the main idea. So this one little 2-page sheet is working on checking for understanding. It's working on main idea. You can take it a step further and work on some grammar issues and also supporting details. Day 5, you're going to find a set of different activities that relate very specifically back to the story, but you're also going to find this check for understanding. So the check for understanding is just a series of questions, and it includes the yes, the no, so you can trim these down, cut these out, print them front to back, then cut them out, send them through a laminator, attach a popsicle stick so students can turn the answer around depending on what the answer is, yes or no. Or you don't have to do that. We can do thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever works best. And you are just asking these questions to make sure that your students understood the text as it was read. You'll list their name, the date, and go through and put a plus or minus sign by the question. If they got it correct, it's a plus. If they missed the question, it's a minus. So you can also have a little data collection. So this is our monthly plan for some different SEL activities. I hope you've enjoyed this sneak peek. If you have any questions, feel free to drop us an email and we'll respond and answer your questions to the best of our abilities. Keep watching. Soon, very soon, once this is completed and everything has been edited, it will be available for purchase if that's something you choose to do. Thanks. Bye-bye.